Hey guys, what is going on? Blossom is back, and today I want to give a in-depth review on clubs. The update came out about 3 days ago, 2 days ago for iOS, and I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, and some of you have been wondering, why I haven't posted a video about clubs. That was because it was pretty confusing when it first came out, and as all new things are, it takes time getting used to it. So now I know club events pretty well, so I'm going to jump into it and tell you everything you need to know about clubs. And after that, I'm going to talk about all the different changes in update 8.1. Very little changes, but they're changes nonetheless. So starting off, when you join clubs, if you don't know already, there are 3 clubs you can choose from. The first one is represented by the blue GTR, and that is Club Midnight. It is blue. The second one is kind of like a brownish red, that is FullThrottle, and is represented by the one and only Dodge Demon. And finally, the yellow is called Legacy, and it is represented by the Porsche GT3. So definitely some really nice cars, and that's just a very nice picture to put next to BMW Blitz. Daily Event wasn't next to it, and I got scared that it was gone. But Daily Events is still around, but Clubs looks like it will be here to replace Daily Events in the near future. So before I jump into it, I just want to let you know, if you guys are still wondering what club you want to join, I would say, for the most part, I would say Midnight, from what I've seen, has been the most consistent. They were weak on like the first day, but then after that they've been consistent. I'm in FullThrottle. We had some weak points, and I think yesterday Legacy had their weak points before clubs got shut down for like a couple hours. But more things for you guys to know. In terms of YouTubers that play top drives, we're actually spread out pretty evenly. So if you join Midnight, you're going to be in the same team with CMG. If you join FullThrottle, which is the Demon, you're going to be in the same team with me, as well as Top Drive's pack openings or Corvette Lover. And finally, if you join Legacy, you will be with Redline Top Drive. So a lot of different clubs for you to choose from. Obviously, since I'm Blossom, I would recommend if you would join FullThrottle, because we're the best. Anyway, let's jump into club events. We're going to see either a victory or defeat screen. Alright, so we do see a victory screen. And as you can see here, I just finished a club event. So this is what the victory screen looks like. As you can see, there are 3 different badges. There's participation, club rank, and performance. And at the bottom, you can see there's club XP as well as the cash that you earn. One of the most controversial things about clubs currently is, of course, the prizes. 900 cash for one event, which lasts 2 hours. And that's the 2 hours that's the only 2 hours or the only event you can join, because you can only join one event at a time. So 902 hours, I mean, that's not very worth it when you think about it, because when you farm a daily event, with all those prize brackets that you can get, especially if you farm really well, you could get upwards of 6,000 to 7,000. So 900 is not a lot. That's one of the most controversial points, but I do believe that Hutch will raise the rewards come time. However, I don't know what the season rewards are yet, but I can show you all the different ranks for the participation, clubs, and performance. So baseline, if you click this info button here, these are all the ranks. You have bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, and they're all described. So as you can see, for silver, you have to participate in more than 5 races to get the rank. Bronze, 1 races, etc. Club rank right here, as you can see, you start off as a recruit, and then you move on to rookie, to challenger, to veteran, and this is from the club XP that you earn. The last one is the performance. As you can see, there's MVP, platinum, gold, silver, bronze, no gray. But yeah, MVP is basically what you want to aim for. It's just the top player in your club in the leaderboard. So going on to that, as you can see for the club rank, which I think is cool to have club XP. One thing that isn't that cool though is that there's a limit to the amount of XP you can earn per day. And right now, currently, the limit is 50. So I did the math and I saw some posts about it. I think it takes like 500 days of constant playing and getting 50 XP each day for 500 days for you to get legend. So obviously that's going to be a while, but hopefully maybe they can raise the cap to maybe 100 XP a day, so that'll be 250 days, but we'll have to see. So let's claim our rewards, and as you can see, there's an option to double all of our rewards as well, but there isn't. I wouldn't recommend you to purchase that. So currently, as you can see, this is the whole map. So the brown section is obviously my team. The yellow section is Legacy, and the blue section is Midnight. Those are their colors. And this kind of implementation of or implementation of this like color and club rule kind of reminds me of Pokemon Go. But as you can see, there are all these little pieces, these map pieces, right? And with all the little versus badges on them, those are all the pieces that you can race in, all the pieces you can fight in. And as you can see right here, we have a really good example of a map piece that has no versus badge on, but it does have, like, if I move away, you can see there's a little line that's moving, that's darker, and it's moving around the piece. That means that it is a new battle, I would say. It's a new battle and anybody can join, and it means nobody has joined yet. So if you do see those, you could jump into them, or you could jump into an existing match. So for example, I'm going to show you here. Let's choose, what's the one that we can choose? Let's choose this one. So FullThrottle 75 Scenic Route. As you can see, all the details for each event is to the right of the screen. So you have the name FullThrottle 75. It's called Scenic Route. It also shows the time of how much time that's left, and then the RQ limit and the requirements, as well as how many players from each team is in that piece or in that fight. So right now FullThrottle is 17 out of 150 and Legacy is 11 out of 150. Below that there's an event preview, and as you can see, it shows you who's attacking, who's defending, and then the whole point system. So the point system was something pretty confusing for me on the first day to get used to. How the point system basically works is that you see there's this little gauge meter, right? And in order to be winning, you need your team to be over the halfway point in the gauge meter. So right now it looks like FullThrottle is just slightly ahead of Legacy, and when your team is ahead, your opposing team's like point meter decreases, and the more that you're ahead, the faster it decreases. As you can see here, it's going from 3,788 all the way down. But yeah, once one of the point meters hits 0, the winner would claim that plot of land, I guess. Now, it was pretty confusing at first, and I think I'll just jump into it. One tip that I want you guys to really like understand is that when you join an event, always look at the name of the event, because on the right of the screen it doesn't show you what kind of tracks there are, so you don't know if it's off-road and on-road. So if you don't know what it is, play it safe and just put all surface tires cars in for the first race, and then hopefully you'll win that. But for this one, you can see it's called Winter Warrior, so we can assume that there are 5 off-road tracks, 5 snow tracks, something like that. This one's called Scenic Route, so you could probably assume maybe it's asphalt, maybe on the side. I would still put in some all-surface tires just to play it safe. So let's jump into FullThrottle 75 Scenic Route. Let's jump into this one and I can show you how everything works. So the plus 42, as you can see, which is in the gauge section, it shows how many points your team is ahead collectively. So I was pretty confused because one time I remember I was looking at the bracket and FullThrottle was basically first, right? We had FullThrottle members in first place, second place, third place, but we were still losing on the gauge, and I was like, why is this happening? And the answer to that is because the point system is a collective. It's a whole team thing. So let's say I was in first place and I had 100 points, but then another team member was in last place and he was at negative 75 points. That means our team total is actually just 25 instead of 100. So it doesn't matter if you're first. I mean, it does matter if you're first, but the main thing about clubs, and you know, if you want to win, is consistency. You don't want any of your team members to be below, because if you have a lot of team members that are below with a lot of negative points, that can really hurt a team score. So let's get into this. I'll just do one race. We need 3 UK cars and 2 USA cars, and the requirements do change pretty often. So it looks like our requirements are 75, and I think this is called the Scenic Route, so I'm still going to put in some all-surface tires to be safe. Wish I didn't choose this one, because I usually go for the races with high RQ limits because I like using my more powerful cars, or my higher RQ cars. So we're just gonna see what we can do here. That's okay. We need a 16. Do I have a US car 16? Chrysler standard tires. So as you can see here, I don't think, let me check. Yeah, it's called the scenic route, so I would assume that there are no off-road tracks, but we're gonna go in with this just to make sure. So it looks like we have 2 mix and 1 dirt and 2 asphalt. So luckily I'm somewhat prepared. It looks like these guys I'm coming up against, oh, this guy doesn't seem that prepared. I think we're going for this one, and we'll see how we do. So it looks like we're going to put Corvette with the Canyon. We're going to lose that, but it shouldn't be by too much. We'll have the Lotus in the 1 mile. In mix, we'll put the standard. Oh, wait, we do have one more performance. We'll put the Caterham against the Caterham. That would be a draw. Luckily, of this standard and the hairpin. So, if we do win, just want to let you guys know we won't get any stars. So we do win, and usually I think 21750 I would get 2 stars, but you have no stars here because you don't get any prizes after. So as you can see, I just got 18 trophies or 18 points from that 1 win, and that gives, well, we're losing right now, but that gives us a 18. So you can see it's a live count, so it's changing pretty often, but I'm going to show you right here. It looks like on the top, it's all legacy right now. One dude has 318. That's crazy. He really wants to win this one, but I might push this later. But at the bottom, as you can see, we have in 94th place, this guy is minus 149, so that's actually doing a lot of damage to legacy, because that's 149 points deducted. But it looks like we're tied right now and we're winning, so this is a pretty close battle that I'm in. But that's clubs. Those are all the prices. That's how it works. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comments below and I'll try my best. One more thing is the number. As you can see in your main like headquarters, you can see this badge of the logo on it, and it says 28 for Full Throttle. So a lot of you might be thinking, what does 28 mean? Well, 28 just means the amount of pieces you have in your club. So right now we have 28, Midnight is 21, and Legacy is dominating with 35, which is weird because they almost died yesterday. But so did Full Throttle the night before. So that basically is clubs, guys. If you have any questions, do let me know. But I'm going to jump into the second part of the video, which is really short, where I just show you all the small little things that happen in Top Drives 8.1. So if you go to My Cars, the first change we have is in GMC. Now, I don't really know if this was an 8.0 change or an 8.1 change, but I just realized that the GMC terrain was downgraded from a 22 to a 21. But moving on, we go to Renault, right? The Desire is a Renault. Yeah, we go to Renault. So we have 8 picture changes, and they're all in Renault, and I'll show you what they all are. So the first change is indeed the Twizy. This car has gotten a picture change, as well as the Event Time 3.0 has gotten a picture change. The other cars that got a picture change was the Renault E-Space, as well as the Laguna Coupe, and finally the Fluence, and then the Alaskan as well. So a couple rare cars got their image changes. Finally, we have the Desire. Desire actually got a change, which I do like the change. It is pretty controversial. Some people like the old picture better, but if you know me, I like pictures of cars in motion, so I think that's a pretty cool picture. Another car they changed was the Renault Sport Clio, which was just the original image, but they zoomed it out a bit. So those are all the changes for images, but we move on. There are a little more changes, or 2 more little changes. One is in Chrysler, and that has to do with the Chrysler Drifter. The Chrysler Drifter used to have an American Dream tag. However, that is gone now because it is Australian. And as you can see, instead of US in the top right corner of the card, it is AU. The final change, oh wait, no, there are 2 more changes actually. The next one is a Citroen, I believe, and it has to do with the 404. Is it a Citroen? No, it's not a Citroen. One of the cars got a 404, but we do know that there's another change in the C category. Cars that start with C at least, and that is Cadillac. And that is the... Yes, it is the Cadillac STSV. It has gotten a muscle car tag. It wasn't there before, but it's there now. What is the final one? Was it a Peugeot? Was it a... Oh, yes, I think it was a Peugeot, the 404. Yeah, there we go. The Peugeot 404 Coupe now has the French Renaissance tag instead of the American Dream tag, so it is indeed a French car. So those are all the little changes in 8.1. Nothing massive, no new cars, nothing like that. The main thing for this update was obviously clubs, and I think clubs is really a good addition to the game. However, my opinions on club, I could make a whole different video about that, but I feel like it's good. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any more questions about club, make sure to comment down below. I always reply to my comments, so hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Blossom out.